Recently, I've been diving into a bunch of simulator games. Basically, this whole genre is your real life jobs. Things like running a supermarket or power washing a wall or cleaning up a crime scene for a big mob boss. There is an influx of simulator games coming out all the time. Some of them are great. Some of them are absolutely horrible. So today I'm going to do a tier list of the ones that I have played, and this is going to be my opinion on them. So don't get too mad at me in the comments, but let me know what you think down below of my tier list that I created today. And what I'm going to do today for you guys, I'm going to rank all the ones that I've played on a tier list from God tier to never ever play this. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this. The first one on our list is TCG Card Shop Simulator. This is a recent one that's hit virality because of how many people actually love like cards or card shops or board games or all that kind of stuff. Anybody who likes, TCG will love this game. It brings forth Supermarket Simulator alongside something that I'm realizing is really important in a simulator game, and that is like a fun aspect on top of the grind that you have. And that fun aspect is actually opening the cards. So as you're ripping, you're looking for those high value cards, not only is it going to benefit your shop, but it just like feels good. It's the same feeling that you would have with opening cards in real life. And this made for a really, really fun simulator game. I would say that this one ranks at an A. I think it's a fair assessment. I put a lot of hours into this thing. It gave me a lot of hours of fun. It gave me a good time. I think it deserves an A. The next simulator game that we're going to rank is Supermarket Simulator. This is actually probably a lot of people's entry into simulator games. Went so incredibly viral. It probably created so many careers on TikTok alone for live streamers and all that kind of stuff, but it went crazy viral. Supermarket Simulator here. So how this works, if you guys haven't seen it before, is you basically build up your supermarket from the bottom all the way to as big as you want to create it. Here's the thing about it. Right now, I just wouldn't play it. I'm like over it, But when it came out, I just think we can't disagree that this game was God tier when it came out, and it did so many things for the simulator genre that I think a lot of people. I think we should put it in God tier. I think it deserves God tier. Okay. The next game we have is Motel Manager Simulator. Now, I think Motel Manager Simulator is, for a lack of a better term, really bad. Personally, what basically the premise of this is, and the premise is really good, but the execution is really bad in this game. The premise is that you own your own motel. You must manage your own motel. You must decorate. You must do all the right, all the right things to make it profitable. But then they didn't just go with the motel. They also went with the motel has a gas station, and then the motel also has a store, and you've got to manage these three different things. One, the world that it's in is not interesting at all. So for me personally, I cannot recommend this game. I think it's just like a ripoff of Gas Station Simulator. I played it for one day. I played it for quite a few hours, and I just like kept playing. I was like, bro, I just don't like this game, dude. I just don't like the game. And so I'm gonna have to put this one at never ever play this. Just don't play it. The next one, and this is a recent one that we played on my live stream, and that is Fast Food Simulator. Fast Food Simulator is you doing exactly that. You're running a fast food restaurant. Now, this is just the prologue that I've played, the demo, and it was really, really fun. It's super simple. You go in, you get enough ingredients, you get your orders, you make the customers happy, you clean up after the customers. The game is really, really good. There's one thing that they have not figured out, and that is how to scale their game, because when you play solo, it's pretty much, almost the same exact game as if you played with the max amount of players. And honestly, it's a mess. I'm going to say Fast Food Simulator right now, where the demo stands, is at a B. Okay. Now that could absolutely change when the full game comes out. But man, that game could really have a bright future. Up next is a great game, Tavern Manager Simulator. This is one that I played for a few days. Tavern Manager Simulator is basically running your own tavern in like medieval times. Now there is even like a little storyline that goes with this, and the ranking up system is very, very good in this. You start gaining XP as you go, and then you get different elements, like different cooking elements and things of those sorts. And then your whole place starts to expand. The progression is just very, very good. And every time you start to get a little bit like, man, this is getting a little dry, you hit another level, and then you gain different things. You can decorate it differently and that kind of stuff. For me, is going to be a B. as well. B right next to Fast Food Simulator. It's a pretty strong B though. Up next, we have a recent stream favorite, and that is Storage Hunter Simulator. Think about Storage Wars. You remember that show back in the day? People would roll up, they would go to these like storage units, and I think somebody was like kind of foreclosed on them, or they didn't pay on them, or however that works. And they would roll up, and then there would be an auction on them. And they made a whole show out of this where you would like go and like you would have to like take a look at it, but you couldn't go inside. You could like kind of look. Everyone auctions off on it. It was a really cool like idea, really interesting thing. But now they've made it a game, and so you go through the whole process of being a storage hunter. You're going and trying to find the most profitable ones, and yeah, that whole process. This game progressionally is very, very good. How it works is there's 3 different areas. You go to auctions in those particular areas. You won't level up unless you go to those different ones. Super cool, like progression. You hit that, boom. You can also buy houses where you can like store more things, or like grab your car, or like decorate it, that kind of stuff. Overall, this game, I'm not like over it yet, and I've played it for quite a few hours. And I think anybody who would jump into this world, especially if you've seen this show like Storage Wars, you would absolutely enjoy it, and you'd spend quite a few hours in it. For me personally, Storage Hunter Simulator, it has all the elements to be great. It's a little rough around the edges at some parts, but I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to spend a lot of time playing this. It should be an A. All right, an A ranking. Yay, A ranking. Yay. Let's go. Up next, Gas Station Simulator. Now, this is one I haven't played for a while, so give me a little break here on some of the things I don't remember. What are the most polished simulators that you'll jump into? There's a lot of DLCs that have come out since I've played it. It's definitely one I should probably go back and check out. But it actually is really, really well done, and you kind of feel that it's like well-rounded. It's not really rough around the edges like a lot of the other simulator games. The premise of this is that you are running your own gas station. This is like actually the first simulator that I remember playing before like Supermarket Simulator and those kinds of things. And this one in particular, it's got like a little special place in my heart, man. There's one mini game in particular that is really fun in this one, and that is the scanning. Like as you're scanning things, like in the store, you're scanning like people's snacks or whatever. It's like beep, 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 beep. That one particular thing is actually very, very good in this game. And if you've played it, you'll know what I'm talking about. For some reason, there's something just super chill about just the beep, beep, beep. Boom, boom, boom. I don't know. It's like one of the best parts. I'm going to give this one an A. I think it's really well polished. I think it deserves to be up there. Next, we've got Kebab Chefs. Now, this is a game where you run your own restaurant. You can play with up to, I think, 4 friends. Run a restaurant, and there's a lot of kind of games like this, right, where you're running a restaurant or you're doing those kinds of things. What we started to realize is that everyone's got to work on a particular recipe in order to get it out in time. I'm still not tired. I'm not tired of this particular game. Like I could definitely do quite a few more hours of Kebab Chefs, and you've got to be ready to be back there and start chefing it up as the orders come in. It's really fun to play with friends because you're kind of working together. Like, hey, you make that one, I'll make this one, you make that one. Yeah, it's exactly what you would want out of a restaurant simulator. I think Kebab Chefs, overall, it deserves to be in the A category because it's so god dang well polished. Ooh, up next, this is one that I haven't played in a little bit, but it is Police Simulator Patrol Officers. So how this game works is you are a police officer and you've got to go around and you've got to, like, at first you're like on foot, then you get to a car, then you can, like, I think there's DLCs for like different cars and stuff. But I will say this one is good. I'm gonna be real with you. Somebody could take their idea and then make it really, really good if they just like developed it better. In my opinion, I think the development on it is a little bit weird and clunky, and it's just kind of awkward at times. It wasn't like I couldn't stop playing it. It was just that, I played it, and then, I was kind of done with it after I was, after I was done. Like, I don't have any, personally, I don't have any, want to go back and play it right now. I would say Police Simulator, I'm gonna be real with you. It's kind of... Let's just be harsh, man. Let's be harsh. I'm gonna say Police Simulator is an F. Actually, it is definitely an F. Reason why? The price point is crazy for it. All right, up next, we arrive at Power Washing Simulator. This is an OG simulator game at this point that a lot of people have experienced. So many of you guys spent late night hours, like, just power washing the side of like a park or something like that, whatever level you were on in the game. If you haven't seen Power Washing Simulator, the premise is you go in and you power wash things like to completion, right? It sounds super boring when I say it, but when you play it, it is very, very fun. You go through, you power wash the different areas, the different levels, and you can do it with friends, however you want to do it, but it is an absolute blast. It's a cleaning simulator. That exact reason is why I think Power Wash Simulator, as an OG of the simulator community at this point, it deserves God tier. Absolutely deserves God tier. All right, the next simulator that we've got is Crime Scene Cleaner. Now, Crime Scene Cleaner definitely took some inspiration from Power Washing Simulator, but it completely did its own idea. It didn't just try to take the game and just copy and paste it and just make money off of it or whatever. The whole cleaning experience under the guise of a storyline. And I really, really enjoy that piece of it. I haven't finished the game personally, that you are cleaning up crime scenes to cover up crime, like to cover up the mob or cover up crimes. For any cleaning game, it is crucial that it is satisfying to clean in the game. 100% satisfying to clean the game. The progression in this game and the skill trees are very in depth. You get better and better and better as you go. I will say that this game is a spinoff of Power Wash Simulator, so I don't think I can give it like a God tier, but it is definitely at the A section with a lot of other great titles. Okay, this next one, Farming Simulator. Now, I haven't played a lot of Farming Simulator, and I'm going to preface this with a lot of people who like Farming Simulator are going to like hate me for this, but I personally, like, I don't really like it. And I'm just going to preface it there. A lot of you guys know what this is. You're basically doing farming and in a simulator form. I just think I'm not the demographic for it. Don't hate me. Please, God, don't hate me for this. I just don't think I'm the demographic for it. I'm from California. I just am not super into that world or something, but personally, I can't play more than like a little bit of it. And it's probably because I don't understand the little things. I don't know the difference between like a tractor and a bulldozer and I don't know. You know, I don't know the difference between those things. Okay. So personally, I've got to put this pretty low on my list. I can't even explain to you much about the game because I haven't played much of it, but it made it on this list. So I gotta rank it. Personally, for me, all right, I'm not going to put it down here with Police Simulator, all right? I'll put it at a C, okay? But that's just out of hope that you guys don't hate me. All right, sound good? Great. All right, up next is Zoo Simulator. Zoo Simulator. I had really, really high hopes for this. Maybe that'll be a little show of how I'm going to rank this, but Zoo Simulator, in my mind, when that's coming out, what I'm wanting to go around the zoo, take care of the animals, and I want there to be like every zoo animal. Now, there's a list of zoo animals that I'm thinking of that got to make it in there, you know? Things like giraffes should probably make it in there, you know? Like basically every goddamn zoo animal. You're a zoo simulator, you know? And I don't know if this is just right now. Maybe they don't have them yet. Specifically, they ain't got giraffes. And that really pissed me off, and it pissed my chat off. And I feel like this game, it like got to, if I were to put it in like football terms, it got to the red zone, and then it just didn't like finish the job and get the touchdown. It was so basically you're going through, you have like a computer you're ordering the animals off of, bring them into your zoo. You can choose where to have them. You can only put them in particular like places, and anytime there's like a limiting thing, it's just not that good. Like, I wanted this game to be really good. I was really excited for it. But personally, I don't think it's something that you should spend your money on. I don't think it's something that you should buy. I'm not going to say never ever play it. You might still enjoy it. It might be enough for you. But I'm going to put it down at F with Police Simulator. Should have got some giraffes. Should have had the giraffes, bro. Up next is Animal Shelter Simulator. So Animal Shelter Simulator, for me, there's kind of a thing with simulator games that is it's good and bad, right? When it's super in depth on something, it can be good or bad. Sometimes it gives you just like, it's just too much, you know? I think the hard part about Animal Shelter Simulator was that the premise was you're trying to get these like animals like adopted, right? So it kind of almost feels like you're trying to like cycle them through, which is kind of an animal shelter, right? And so you can't knock it too hard, but there was for some reason there wasn't a lot of satisfaction for me. And maybe it was in the mini games, there wasn't enough satisfaction, or maybe it was that you get rid of the animals so quickly or maybe I just didn't play long enough and I didn't see that portion of it, but there was nothing that hooked me in to where I wanted to play this game for multiple days on stream. Yeah, I just didn't sink its teeth in for me. My wife even played this like separately than me, and she was kind of the same. She didn't nothing. It just didn't really grab her, you know. And I don't know if they need to work on the like actual mini games or how that works. But for me personally, this one's going to be down here with Farming Simulator. I played a little bit of it. Yeah, it just wasn't it. That's all. The next game is Prison Simulator. Now, this game was really, it was interesting. I thought it was going to be great, okay? The premise of this game is that you are a prison guard and you must go around and do the tasks of a prison guard. Now, when I heard that, I'm like, this is going to be sick. This is going to be awesome. This is going to be great. And then, like, there was a screen where you could create your own prisoners, which I thought was kind of interesting. Like, you could actually, like, create the characters and you can do crazy things, like, they can look insane. Like, I think my character looked absolutely nuts. Or I think one of my inmates looked absolutely nuts. I thought that the tasks would be like really satisfying, but I don't think they spent enough time on the actual tasks that you do for the prisoners. There was only one thing that was really interesting in the whole game for me, and that was when you checked prisoners in or checked them out. You would actually have to go through their things, make sure it was the right person. They weren't trying to sneak out of the prison or sneak in or bring stuff in, any contraband or that kind of stuff. It really gave me the contraband police vibes or like, you know, that Papers, Please kind of vibe. That was the best part of the game. Everything else to me was super uninteresting. It was just way too in depth. It was just like too much of like an actual, like, it was just too much like duties, things to do, and not enough like satisfaction in those. Like, there wasn't, like, even when you're counting people, it just, I don't know. I got bored really quick with this one. And so for me, Prison Simulator is actually gonna be in the F category. Sorry, but it is. Up next, we've got Bum Simulator. This was one that surprised me so much. I just went for it. I was like, oh man, I'm just gonna play this one day on stream, just as like a little variety thing, do something different. And I played this and I didn't stop playing it the whole day. Like, I didn't stop playing the whole day. I think I played it 2 days actually on stream, which is actually, it's kind of which is surprising sometimes for stream. You actually are going through a storyline where you have been like, your whole brain has been like fooked up, right? Now you're sitting there, your brain is all fooked up. There's a shopping cart that is your companion, and this whole companion thing, oh my God, it's awesome. You can throw things into the shopping cart to store it. You can bring them back. You have base building in the game. You can throw pigeons as weapons. You can create different pigeons. You've got like not only the base building, but like you have the mats like collection side of it. That's a really fun thing to grind alongside like of different areas you're discovering. You can build bases in particular areas, but you can find multiple areas to build those bases in. Dude, I'm telling you, 10 out of 10. This game is like everything you could want. Absolutely amazing. Bum Simulator, if you guys haven't tried it, I think is actually, this is kind of a big deal, actually a god tier simulator game that gets underlooked. You should check it out. Up next was one that surprised me, and that was Gym Simulator. This is exactly what it sounds like. You're running your own gym. You build it all the way from like a little tiny gym to as big as like a 2-story huge gym. I think you might even be able to add more than that, but I got to a point where I added 2 stories. The gym equipment that you get, you can like put it anywhere you want. You can customize the place to be however you want. You bring in customers, they start paying for their subscriptions for your place. You got bathrooms to customize. You got a pool that you can unlock. Not only is there the gym, you got to think about what happens after like a busy day of running a gym. You know, you got to unwind so you can go to the party. All right. You can go to a party. You can chat up some chicks. Okay. You might even be able to find yourself a girlfriend in the game. All right. Okay. Wow. Yeah. And there was a really funny clip that I have where I got a girlfriend in the game and we went back to my like place, which was an apartment in a dark alleyway. And we I'm not gonna divulge any further. Okay. You haven't played it yet. You absolutely should. And yeah, Gym Simulator, there's nothing more to really say. It's just a great fucking game. It's definitely an A. Hopefully, you guys give it a try. Up next is a game called Zoocosis. Now, this wouldn't normally be like categorized under a simulator game, but I think it definitely is. This is a game where there are sick animals in the zoo that you work. You need to figure out which animals are sick before they attack the other animals in the enclosures. Now, when I say sick, I mean they've been possessed by Satan, basically, and they turn into a demonic form of their normal form. And it's a really fun kind of like idea. It's a really interesting like kind of like indie game. It's definitely a horror game alongside a simulator game. I would say for me, it's at a C for me. I'm not really gonna play it probably again, but it's a fun playthrough at least once. And so if you find the price point good for you, check it out, baby. Check it out. Okay, Drug Dealer Simulator 2 is on here. I haven't played this one yet. Let me know in the comments if you guys have played this one, or if you guys think I should try out Drug Dealer Simulator 2. I don't think TikTok Live will survive during that one, but if you think I should try it, put in the comments down below. Thank you guys so much for checking out my tier list today. Hopefully this reflects maybe something that you would agree with, and if it doesn't, let me know down in the chat below. If you enjoyed one of these, or if you maybe you saw me play one and you're like, dude, that was way better than what you're saying. What are you talking about? Let me know down below. If this is your first time seeing me on this YouTube channel, I go live on Twitch and TikTok Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Pacific time. So if you guys want to see me play games like this, or different types of games, doing different segments, you like my vibe and all that kind of stuff, come say hi to me while I'm live. I might be live right now. So what you could do is you could just go to my Twitch. It should be down in the description down below. And yeah, come say hi to us while we're live, baby. I appreciate you guys. Make sure you like and subscribe. There'll be more videos like this coming out very soon. We'll see you then. Bye.